Welcome everybody. We're broadcasting live here at the Lawrence County Courthouse. We are preparing today. It's Monday. We're getting ready for the election tomorrow. The polls open in the morning at 7 o'clock, close at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And as of right now, we've had a lot of people turn out to vote in this election this year. Not only is it a presidential election, we have many local races we're going to go over in just a moment, but so far, and let me stress this, calls are still coming in to Susan Rook's office. She is the Chief Deputy Registrar in Lawrence County. I was over there this morning getting some numbers, and calls are coming in wanting to know what time you can vote today. You cannot vote today. The polls closed this past Friday, and then tomorrow from 7 until 7, the polls will open. Here's some great numbers though. 10,021 people voted early. Now, there's been 4,500 absentee ballots come in. They've got about 1,000 today to count. So you're looking right now around 15,600 people have voted in Lawrence County. Now, let me kind of put that in perspective here. There are 31,776 registered voters. So that's putting us right at 50%, 49 point whatever it is. But about half the voters in Lawrence County have voted. Now, we do have a district attorney's race between Craig Fraser and Adrian Love. Now, those ballots will come in tomorrow night when we're broadcasting live here at the courthouse. Those are going to come from Johnson County, Truitland County, of course, right here in Lawrence County, and in Twiggs County. That is the Dublin Judicial Circuit. So we'll be getting those tallies from those 4 counties. Now, here's what we'll be voting on tomorrow locally. I mentioned, and I think everybody knows, if you've watched any TV at all, just about every commercial break, there are commercials for candidates. We have Senate races. We have 2 different Senate races in Georgia, which is very unusual. It's probably, as I know of, never happened before. We have a special election because of Johnny Isaacson stepping down early on his seat, and then incumbent David Perdue is up for re-election. Okay, here's our local races that you'll be voting on tomorrow. The incumbent in the sheriff's race is Larry Dean. He has a challenger, Marshall Floyd. We'll be voting on that sheriff's race. Now, it's according to what district you're in, you may have a county commission race. If you're in District 3, which encompasses part of the city of Dublin, incumbent Jeff Davis is being challenged by Gary Johnson. Gary, a lot of you know, he's a former Dublin City Councilman, and you've seen those debates right here on TV35, so I think you're pretty well educated on where the people are standing on the issues. Now, if you're in District 2, Trey Kemp is that commissioner now. Peter Micaiah, he is a professor at Middle Georgia State University. He has challenged Trey Kemp. Okay, the other races are Richard Stanley. He's the coroner now in Lawrence County, being challenged by Kendrick Mack. And we mentioned the DA's race. And the only other race we have is Jackie Dalton is running for another term. She is the clerk of Superior Court. She's being challenged by Carolyn McClendon McCune. Now, we want to go over some more numbers for you, but we want you to know tomorrow night, starting at 8 o'clock, right here, you see this courtroom is empty right here. There's no one in here except 2 of us that are broadcasting here and running the equipment. But tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we're going to start broadcasting live here on TV35. You can watch us over the air. You can watch us on your smartphone, iPhone, tablet, laptop, computer. You can watch us on YouTube at TV35 WDIG is our YouTube channel. And we're trying to get the word out everywhere, but tell your friends, tell your neighbors that you can get all the latest results. We will be the only place you can get these numbers, so make sure you go ahead and plan ahead and get us on your phone, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get the local numbers tomorrow night. We'll also be sharing the other numbers with you from the presidential race, the Senate races, and the other races in the state of Georgia for tomorrow night. But we will start broadcasting live at 8 o'clock tomorrow night right here in the courthouse. Why is that important? We're going to tell you right after this commercial break. Take a small break and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Anna Grace Myers from Myers Equipment and Supply, inviting you to come in today and see our full line of Can-Am products. For those who live for the challenges of off-road life, we've got what you're looking for. Remember, there's a Can-Am waiting for you at Myers Equipment and Supply, 301 North Jefferson in Dublin.
Stepping Stone Child Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization serving the Dublin and Oconee Judicial Circuit. We provide confidential services to children and adults who have experienced child abuse or sexual assault. We are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to respond to your crisis or need. When you take that step to report your abuse or assault, we will be here to help you navigate your way to hope and healing. You will be treated with kindness and respect as you receive services such as forensic interviews, medical exams, legal advocacy and support, as well as referrals to counseling. All of these services are provided to you free and confidential.
We're at Roach Farm and Garden and hunting season is here. It's that time of year. Need to get your food plot going. Carry a full line of Rackmaster by Pennington Seed. Wildlife mix, deer mix, peas, oats, soybeans, iron clay peas, and wheat. And for your dove hunters, Milo, sunflowers, and feed wheat. Even carry Mojo decoys. Full line of trophy feeders, gravity and spin feeders. And once you get them, you need to have something to put in them. With bulk corn, we got corn on the cob, deer feed from ADM, Antler Extreme, and 4S Draw. You will soon need something to cook all the game. We got grills, griddles, deep fryers, not to mention outdoor benches, chairs, and fire pits. Keep in mind, we got a full line of Carhartt clothes. Want to make your feet happy? Pick up a pair of boots. We got Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Twisted X. Need trail cameras or rechargeable batteries? We got Spy Point, Wild Game Innovations, Plot Watcher, and Stealth Cams. Come check us out. No time to get your minerals out in the spring? You still got time. Roach Farm and Garden carries salt blocks, mineral blocks, trophy rock, Vapple, and deer cane. Need a place to sit? We carry Millennium lock-on deer stands and tower stands from Custom Outdoors. Don't forget to pick up some Voodoo deer lure. It puts a hex on them. Come see us at Roach Farm and Garden, 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I was telling you before the break, I was going to share with you why it's important to make sure you share with all your friends, your church members, your neighbors, why you need to tune in to TV35 tomorrow night. We will be the only source that will be bringing you up-to-date election returns live here at the courthouse. Okay, in the past, as you know, everybody would just come in and fill up this courtroom. It was always fun to be down here because there were just people everywhere anticipating the returns. Well, tomorrow night, that will not happen. You heard me a while ago mention the candidates. If you wasn't counting in your head, there's 6 races, 2 candidates in each race. That's 12 people. Judge Harper, along with our county officials, because of COVID, will only let the candidate and 2 of their supporters, their spouse and 1 other person, come into the courtroom. So you will not be allowed in the courtroom. I'm sure there, like the last election, there'll be some assembling outside and numbers being passed along, that kind of thing. But you don't have to stand out in the cold. So it'll be 39 degrees in the morning. So it's going to be kind of cool tomorrow, warm up in the 60s. And again, cold tomorrow night. So instead of standing out in the cold, all you got to do is turn your laptop on, your computer, check us out over the air, your smartphone, whatever electronic device you have, and tune in, because we will be giving you, starting at 8 o'clock, whether returns have come in yet or not, we will start broadcasting live at 8 o'clock. So you won't be able to come into the courtroom. So it is so important that you write these things down. We have had record numbers throughout the state and across the nation. 95 million people have already voted in the United States. 95 million people. That's out of 233 million that are registered to vote. Now in the state of Georgia, as of Friday night, 3.9 million people have already voted. And that's out of 7.6 million people that are registered to vote. We've had 1 million people register since the last election. They've made it very easy because when you go and renew your driver's license, you can register to vote then. Let me break down a few numbers for you here. These are some numbers that surprised me I want to share with you. In the United States, I mentioned there were 233 million people registered to vote. 31% of those registered say they're Democrat. 31% are Democrat. 25% are registered Republican, and over 40% are independent. Those numbers may surprise you, may not. They kind of surprised me. I thought they'd be more Democrats and more Republicans, but seems like we've gone to, a lot of people recognize themselves as independent. So recapping, tomorrow night starting at 8 o'clock right here live in the Lawrence County Courthouse, we're going to be bringing you the election returns as they come in. Hopefully we'll have some numbers early on because about 16,000 people in Lawrence County have already voted. So a lot of those numbers are already in. Now, by law, they can't start counting them until tomorrow. So they couldn't go ahead and count them this weekend or today. But make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 o'clock because these are some very important races. And listen, the polls open at 7 in the morning. Get out and vote. Please get out and vote. They're open until 7 o'clock. If you're in line at 7, they can't close the polls until every single person is voted that is in line at 7 o'clock. But try not to wait late because there's going to be a lot of people voting tomorrow. There'll probably be lines. Just hang with it. Don't give up. Get out and vote and have your say in this election. So remember, the polls open at 7 tomorrow. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, you can start watching us. We'll be broadcasting live here on TV35, right here in the Lawrence County Courthouse. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Monday morning. And don't forget, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone to tune in to TV35 beginning at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and we'll be giving you live results. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow night at